Good morning, ninth grade. How are you? I am your English teacher, Ala Al Hindi, from the International United Schools for Systems. In this lesson, you can learn about stress in English. Do you know what does stress mean? Let us watch a short movie about stress. What does it mean? What are the causes of stress? What are the side effects of stress? What should we do to relieve stress?
Cramming for a test? Trying to get more done than you have time to do? Stress is a feeling we all experience when we are challenged or overwhelmed. But more than just an emotion, stress is a hardwired physical response that travels throughout your entire body. In the short term, stress can be advantageous, but when activated too often or too long, your primitive fight or flight stress response not only changes your brain, but also damages many of the other organs and cells throughout your body. Your adrenal gland releases the stress hormones cortisol, epinephrine, also known as adrenaline, and norepinephrine. As these hormones travel through your bloodstream, they easily reach your blood vessels and heart. Adrenaline causes your heart to beat faster and raises your blood pressure, over time causing hypertension. Cortisol can also cause the endothelium, or inner lining of blood vessels, to not function normally. Scientists now know that this is an early step in triggering the process of atherosclerosis, or cholesterol plaque buildup in your arteries. Together, these changes increase your chances of a heart attack or stroke. When your brain senses stress, it activates your autonomic nervous system. Through this network of nerve connections, your big brain communicates stress to your enteric or intestinal nervous system. Besides causing butterflies in your stomach, this brain-gut connection can disturb the natural rhythmic contractions that move food through your gut, leading to irritable bowel syndrome, and can increase your gut's sensitivity to acid, making you more likely to feel heartburn. Via the gut's nervous system, stress can also change the composition and function of your gut bacteria, which may affect your digestive and overall health. Speaking of digestion, does chronic stress affect your waistline? Well, yes. Cortisol can increase your appetite. It tells your body to replenish your energy stores with energy-dense foods and carbs, causing you to crave comfort foods. High levels of cortisol can also cause you to put on those extra calories as visceral or deep belly fat. This type of fat doesn't just make it harder to button your pants. It is an organ that actively releases hormones and immune system chemicals called cytokines that can increase your risk of developing chronic diseases, such as heart disease and insulin resistance. Meanwhile, stress hormones affect immune cells in a variety of ways. Initially, they help prepare to fight invaders and heal after injury. But chronic stress can dampen the function of some immune cells, make you more susceptible to infections, and slow the rate you heal. Want to live a long life? You may have to curb your chronic stress. That's because it has even been associated with shortened telomeres, the shoelace tip ends of chromosomes that measure a cell's age. Telomeres cap chromosomes to allow DNA to get copied every time a cell divides without damaging the cell's genetic code. And they shorten with each cell division. When telomeres become too short, a cell can no longer divide, and it dies. As if all that weren't enough, chronic stress has even more ways it can sabotage your health, including acne, hair loss, sexual dysfunction, headaches, muscle tension, difficulty concentrating, fatigue, and irritability. So, what does all this mean for you? Your life will always be filled with stressful situations, but what matters to your brain and entire body is how you respond to that stress. If you can view those situations as challenges you can control and master, rather than as threats that are insurmountable, you will perform better in the short run and stay healthy in the long run.
What is stress? Stress is the reaction people have to excessive pressures or other types of demand placed upon them. It arises when they worry that they can't cope. Stress هو مس رد فعل الناس على الضغوطات المفرطة أو أنواع الطلبات المفروضة عليهم. بنشأ من ذلك إنهم بس يقلقوا منهم ما بيستطيعوا إنهم يتأقلموا، فبظهر عليهم إيش؟ التوتر، السترس. Stress is a feeling of emotional or physical tension. It can come from any event or thought that makes you feel frustrated, angry, or nervous. Stress is your body's reaction to a challenge or demand. In short bursts, stress can be positive, such as when it helps you avoid danger or meet a deadline. التوتر هو شعور عاطفي أو جسدي. التوتر or stress بيجي مرات من حدث أو فكر بيجعلك تخليك إنك تشعر بالإحباط والغضب والعصبية والإجهاد. هو رد فعل جسمك على هذا الشيء، على هذا الطلب والتحدي. التوتر يمكن إنه يكون له ناحية إيجابية، كما هو إنه الحال لما يساعدك إنك تتجنب الخطر أو الوفاء بموعد نهائي. هاد هو الستريس. stress feelings اللي هو الشعور بالتوتر شو بيعطيك؟ إما worry قلق، tense اللي هي التوتر، tired التعب، frightened الخوف، elated مبتهج، depressed مكتئب، anxious القلق، anger الغضب. These are stress feelings. Types of stress أنواع السترس: negative stress سلبي and positive stress وقلق إيجابي. negative stress التأثير السلبي للسترس. It is a contributory factor in minor conditions such as headaches, digestive problem, skin complaints, insomnia, and ulcers. Excessive, prolonged, and unrelieved stress can have a harmful effect on mental, physical, and spiritual health. Negative stress هو بيعتبر عامل مساهم في حدوث الصداع وآلام ومشاكل في الجهاز الهضمي ومشاكل في الجلدية والأرق. الإجهاد بيعتبر المطول اللي بيقعد فترة طويلة، يمكن يكون له أثر ضار وتأثير على العقل والصحة الجسدية والصحة الروحية. Positive stress can also have a positive effect, spurring motivation and awareness, providing stimulation to cope with challenging situations. Stress also provides the sense of urgency and alertness needed for survival when confronting threatening situations. الضغط الإيجابي ممكن يكون له تأثير كتير إيجابي، له تأثيرات كتير إيجابية. إيش بيعمل يحفز الدافع والوعي، يوفر التحفيز للتعامل مع أي موقف صعب بيواجهك، يوفر الإجهاد أيضا والشعور بالإلحاح واليقظة اللازمتين للبقاء على قيد الحياة. هذا شيء طبيعي. وعند مواجهة كمان الحالات أو المواقف الخطرة. Finally, most of the stress we experience is self-generated. How we perceive life, whether an event makes us feel threatened or stimulated, encouraged or discouraged, happy or sad, depends to a large extent on how we perceive ourselves. How we perceive ourselves. معظم الضغط اللي بنعيشه هو من صنع ذاتنا، يعني من صنع أنفسنا. كيف إحنا بنتصور الحياة، سواء كان هذا الحدث بيجعلنا إحنا نشعر ممكن أيام بالتهديد أو بالتحفيز أو التشجيع أو الإحباط أو السعادة أو الحزن. بيعتمد هذا الإشي كله على حد كبير على كيفية إدراكنا نحن لأنفسنا. مشان هيك إحنا بنشعر بالسترس لأنه اللي منعيشه يا مس، اللي منعيشه إحنا من صنع أنفسنا، إحنا اللي بنخلق أنفسنا. يعني إحنا اللي بنخلق الجو، الإحباط والسعادة بالمواقف اللي محيطة حوالينا. وهيك بنكون أعطيتكم مقدمة عامة عن الدرس اللي هو stress. Finally, we know what does stress mean and what are the causes of stress, what are the side effects of stress, and what should we do to relieve stress. And we took more the feelings of stress and types of stress: positive stress, negative stress. يعطيكم العافية. Next time inshallah we will start reading the lesson. Bye bye.